Alright everyone, and welcome back to some more F1 2009 on the Wii. Today we're going to be continuing on with the challenge mode. And yeah, last time we finished off level 4 I believe. Now I've actually got something to tell you here. And I think I'll see it now. Yeah. First 3 levels of level 5 are done. And that's because I already recorded this episode. And now I forgot to save the audio. So, well done me. But I guess we'll just do them again today then, I guess. Didn't really matter. But yeah, that's partly why I haven't been an episode for that in a while. It's been like a week or so. So I'm sorry for that. So hopefully be up on Tuesday. I mean, it should be, because I'm recording on Monday. So yeah, we got an eliminator anyway, Australia, Melbourne. But yeah, I can't believe I did that actually. As yeah, we are on a grid then in Australia. It's actually been a while since I actually did that as well. That Renault got a really bad start there, so did the Williams actually. And yeah, as I was saying, there really shouldn't be any excuse for me now to not do really well on these. But I think I did actually have triple A stars on some of them, I'm not sure. But yeah, we've already got an elimination coming up there. We'll be crashing into the Toro Rosso here. And because yeah, there's 14 cars in this, so these challenges are quite a bit longer. As you saw, I only actually did 3 of them in the lost episode, I guess we'll have to call it now. And yeah, we only actually had time to do 3, and I think it's the second one here that we do at Malaysia. What is it? The checkpoint race. It just went on forever. I don't know. I just seem to be like dialed in with the track. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this because we got it coming up now. I shouldn't really be spoiling that, but yeah, it just went on like forever. So I thought it was never going to end, but yeah, we're already up to 2nd place, and I can't remember if this one went easy as well. I have a feeling it did actually. I seem to remember saying that I couldn't believe this was level 5 because it was just so easy. But yeah, I don't know if it's partly because we're moving up with cars though. I don't think that is really the case though, because we're in the BMW Sauber here and they were one of the worst teams in 2009 from what I remember. I can't remember where they finished in the constructors. I think they were in the midfield all season. I mean, they shifted their focus from 2008. I mean, they sort of took away like Kubica's chance to win the 2008 title so they could focus on 2009, and they were still nowhere. So that really sucked for them, and for obviously poor old Kubica who only ever got to have that one victory at Canada in 08. But yeah, they were like nowhere, and I'm pretty sure in this game that they're one of the first choices you get when you start a career mode. I seem to remember that from like years ago that my first team in this was BMW. So yeah, we're not even like really improving the cars then, unless they are actually pretty good in this game. I can't really remember. I haven't played, as I said, this game in ages like before this series started. So yeah, I can't really remember. But yeah, I think it's one of the worst. So I'd say probably only Force India and Toro Rosso are worse than it. Is what I'd guess. Because I'm trying to think, like Williams did alright, like Rosberg, Renault were up there sometimes with Alonso. They weren't great, but I mean they did get that pole position in Hungary. I mean Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Brawn, they all want races. Yeah, so I mean, like, well yeah, Toyota, they got us out front row the one time as well. So it's like, yeah, BMW, I think they were probably only 8th best. I don't know if that's where they were in the constructors, but yeah, they were nowhere basically. And like as I was saying, to think they actually gave up a chance at a 2008 title when they were going so well, like to focus on 2009's car. And like I'm pretty sure after they won that race in Canada that they were actually leading both championships. I mean, I know that Kubica was, and like they'd been like the 3rd fastest behind McLaren and Ferrari all season, but they've just been so consistent, whereas when like Ferrari and McLaren had been making a lot of errors, and like it's like driver errors, team errors, all kinds of stuff, but BMW were like really consistent and actually found themselves in the lead. And then yeah, which went wrong, they never sort of kept up with Ferrari and McLaren, and then it didn't even like pay off in the end. So I mean, even Ferrari and McLaren ended up near the back at the start of 2009, but I mean they at least recovered it. I can't really remember. I'm struggling to think of a good result that BMW actually had in 2009. I mean, I know that Kubica was on for a podium until he collided with Vettel like a few laps from the end. I may just be not remembering things that well, but I really can't remember them having any good results in 2009, like any real standout ones. I don't know if they had any podiums, in fact. So yeah, that's how bad it was. As I said, just going back to this video for a second, I can't believe how easy this is. Actually is. I mean, I can't actually remember now if it was this easy the last time I did it. I think it was. Although, yeah, I can't. Well, we got to the front like within half a lap here. So yeah, look at that, we're done there. And that was way too easy actually being able with the triple star. I don't know if that's what we got anyway, but let's have a look at our rank. And it is an A with a triple star. So yeah, that was really, really easy. And it just, yeah, as I said, it's a long challenge. I had like 13 eliminations to go through. And now we are going on to the checkpoint race at Kuala Lumpur. I actually kind of spoiled this one slightly. We'll have to see if we can actually sort of match the one we got last time. I mean, I won't sort of spoil it, but yeah, let's see if we can actually get close to it. I can't actually remember the exact number now, but it was, yeah, it was something. As we're in Rano then, on the grid, and away we go then to start this off. Use a bit of curves, I guess, to get us going. And yeah, towards turn 1 we're going to go then. I was actually, in the video I did record for with this, so I did actually talk about this track and how it is one of my favourites. Well, it used to be on like 2012 and 2013, and that certainly proved to be the case here when I was playing it. As we get past the first checkpoint already then, as you'll see though, when we go through some of these checkpoints, we don't really lose much time between them. Like there's only like the one that's like the one at the, well, the last one that you do on one lap from the first one you do on the next lap. That's like the only one where you really lose the time, and that's the only one that actually like ends up with you actually finishing the challenge and not just continuing on forever. Because yeah, for a lot of them you don't really lose any time at any of the checkpoints. In fact, you sort of gain some back, so it's like really, really, like it goes on forever. That's what it certainly felt like. As I was just yeah, I was wondering where it's going to end. I thought, oh, this will be the last lap surely, and then it's like, no, we carried on for another one. The thing is, once you get past the one checkpoint, I don't know if it's here actually, it might be this one, and then there's not one until the start of the next lap. I think that might be it. That's where you lose the most time. Yeah, I think it is actually, because that one was like right on the start finish line. But yeah, I was like thinking, oh, sure, this will be the last one, but then it's like as soon as you get past this one though, it's like you don't really lose time at any of the other ones. So it's like it just went on for yet another lap, because we've already got 5 then. It's 1 lap done already. And yeah, as I was saying, Malaysia, one of my favourite tracks on the whole calendar, and certainly was one of my favourites back on, or when I played F1 in 2012 and F1 2013, one of my strongest tracks overall. And then suddenly on 2014 and 2015 it just never worked out for me. I think I did actually say that in the last F1 League video I did when we raced there at Malaysia. Like, I could see why on 2014 it may not have worked out, even though like the only sort of excuse you could have really for me using a wheel on that game, like that track, would be traction. But this isn't really one where you need loads of traction. So yeah, it's a bit of a mystery actually as to why I was never that quick on that particular track. But I just remember like a Pinnacle League race from like right when the game just came out, like only like a week or so afterwards, and we did the Pinnacle League race there in season 5. The video is still up on my channel actually, where I qualified like, I was like 3 or 4 seconds off the person who was second to last. That's how bad I was, because it was raining as well. And yeah, it was just like the wheel traction and everything in the wet, it just made everything like 1,000 times worse. So yeah, that was like really disastrous. I remember I was like really annoyed when I like recorded the video for that, because I think Australia got on television as well actually, because I remember that one, because yeah, the lag was really bad. But yeah, going back to this then, I mean 2014 I guess I wasn't really strong at any track, like, because I mean the game didn't suit me anyway. I mean, if we take the wheel traction thing aside, I was never really good at that game. I never enjoyed it. It just felt like a bit of a knockoff of F1 2013. Just changed the engine noise a little bit, still didn't really sound anything like them. Yeah, it just made the cars really horrible on traction, just whatever you used that was anyway. Like, it just didn't feel like, well, it didn't feel like 2015. 2015 felt really good. Like, in terms of the new engines, it felt like you could really feel the power going through the tyres. like when you've got the throttle on, it was really good. You could feel the power from the engine, like trying to control the car is really good, really enjoyable. One of like probably the highlights of F1 on the new gen so far. Well, the current gen, I guess you could say. It's not really, well, it's the newest gen. It's the current one. But yeah, you can't really call it like next gen or new gen anymore, I don't think. But yeah, on 2014 it just felt so wrong. It just felt like 2013 but with terrible rear grip. And that's what I always hated about it. And yeah, so I was never good at 2014. And then 2015 came around, and as I was saying, I really liked 2015's handling, so you'd think, oh, I'll be good at Malaysia again, but no, didn't have it. I don't know what it is, because I really enjoyed it on 2012 and 2013. It just felt like a really nice flowing track, and I mean it still is, but I don't know, I'm just not really quick there anymore. As we get our first sort of red there, I think that's the first red we've had, and well, got 15 already then, and we're still putting some good time on the clock here. As round 10 when we go then a little bit wide, but we got away with it, I guess, there. And yeah, so yeah, a bit of a misdirection as to why it used to be such a good track of mine, then now it suddenly isn't, even though sort of the handling certainly suits me better now on, well, say on the newest one. And we'll have to see how it goes with 2016 really, which when I first recorded this video, it was actually the day that they first announced F1 2015, or 2016, sorry. Like, well, the first day that, yeah, they actually posted the blog post, not the day that it got leaked by, I can't remember what website it was. But yeah, like the day it actually got announced by Codemasters. And yeah, I remember I was really hyped when I was recording this, but yeah, I still am actually, because the career mode thing sounded really cool. And yeah, they haven't really told us much else about it. But yeah, in the time since then, we've had fucking idiots with the, who've had that beta test, and they've gone and, you know, taken, like, the really great thing that Codemasters have done, like, they've listened to the community more. They're getting the community involved more with, like, helping with development of the game, and making sure, like, you know, any issues are flagged up with them, like anything the developers might miss, anything testers might miss. But like, these people, they've just gone and like sort of thrown it back in their face really, and sort of made Codemasters look bad, I think, which is a shame, because it's like, you think of the people like up top who are going to be like, why would, like, who are going to be, I don't know how, I don't want to pretend I know how it works like with these companies, but like the people at top are going to be like looking down on these, like, I don't know who makes the decisions. Oh shit, I was on the grass there, that wasn't good. But yeah, I lost my train of thought then because I was driving all over the place. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is it can't look good for the, like, the developers, or the, I guess it's more to this, like the, oh, I can't think what I'm trying to say, but it doesn't look good for them, that's what I'm saying. And like, from whatever way you're looking at it, it does not look good for them that this has happened, and that's what is like a massive shame, because it was a good thing they're doing. It's really great for the community, and yeah, these people have kind of just made it a bit of a joke of it really, and they're just putting these videos up for their own selfish gain. It's really stupid. I mean, the one guy who was doing it, he was milking all the hate as well. That was the worst part. Just posting memes, like retweeting like hate comments, liking hate comments. As I'm driving on this again, this is probably going to be my last checkpoint now actually. Yeah, because we're not going to make it, which I probably would have done if I hadn't made those mistakes. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here, which is actually what I did when I recorded this one before, because these challenges are so bloody long. And yeah, we're on the final corner then, and yeah, we're not going to make it, unfortunately. I actually got into the 30s of this, can you believe, when I did this before. Hopefully we'll still get away with a triple star here. Let's have a look. 24 is a lot more than we got in any of the other checkpoints, of course, so should be. And yeah, it is enabled a triple star, so I mean, I should have had like 10 stars for like the 30 odd I got with this the other day. But it doesn't matter. Moving on then. Moving on from the idiot who pissed me off leaking the gameplay. I mean, he wasn't the only one, because I think people like sort of downloaded it and then re-alerted themselves. And someone actually claimed it to be XMAG leaking it, which was just even more stupid. So yeah, one of the guys who's kept silent even though he's known loads about the game for months, just suddenly decides to leak some stuff. That would make sense, wouldn't it? As yeah, we've got an eliminator now then at Suzuka. So yeah, another eliminator, and we're in the Ferrari. I mean, like, we missed my reaction to finally being in a Ferrari. So yeah, that's not good. As we go into turn 1, I actually get a bit of airtime there. And up the inside we go, and we're in 7th place, and there's 16 cars in this eliminator, so this is going to be even longer, can you believe? As round we go, and we're going to pass the Renault here, hopefully in the S's. Yep, through we go. What did my voice do there? But lost 16th place then. My voice has gone robot suddenly, but yeah, we're heading out to the Degners, and this build looks really weird, I have to say. I haven't really done a lot at Suzuka so far in this series. We did the really easy challenge against Nakajima, but other than that there haven't really been a lot at all. They all bunch up there, and quite a bit of carnage going on there, like, well, colliding, like, luckily there's no damage, that's what I'm trying to say there, but yeah, certainly a lot of bumping and barging going into that hairpin there as they all break to the corner. I'm pretty sure there's like a glitch in this game where, like, at some tracks, oh god, there's 2 cars off there, and yeah, there's like a glitch in this game. I remember seeing it years ago where, like at Singapore, if you go off at like this one corner, then the AI just like completely freak out and they all like pile into the barriers at the same time, which is quite odd. Round 130, the Toyota is going way too slowly, and yet once again it is Glock going slowly, I think, although it probably isn't actually, because I think I actually touched on this, but I think a lot of these cars they do in these challenges, they're just AI drivers. Well, obviously they are drivers, obviously, but they're not like the actual drivers. They're not like Glock or Rosberg or whatever. They're like, yeah, they're just random AIs with like the custom helmets on. As we already passed our teammate then into the lead, and yeah, that turn 1, the first time I did this, that was really catching me out, because like the gravel in this game is actually really good in terms of like physics and stuff. Because like you get onto it and like you can't slow down, you can't turn. And it's probably the most realistic one of all the Codemasters games, which is funny because this one barely ever gets a mention compared to sort of like obviously 2010 to 2014, that particular like sort of era of games, and then we've got 2015 and beyond. So yeah, this one is like the forgotten one, and yet the gravel in it is probably the most realistic, funnily enough. And yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, I didn't actually have, well, I do actually have the footage of that, but yeah, I just don't have any commentary to go along with it. So yeah, I suppose I could have done this, but like done post commentary over the stuff I did when I recorded it originally, but I think just doing it live is sort of better in a way. This is sort of one of the first series I've actually done where it's sort of all live, which is interesting, I guess. Most of the stuff I do is post-com. I mean, my second channel, which I sort of gave up on pretty quickly, that was all live stuff, but yeah, I've never really done like a full live series on yeah, my main channel. When I say live, obviously I mean like live commentary. Like, I don't mean I'm broadcasting this live and then uploading it afterward, but yeah, we've got a massive lead once again then. We've still got 6 eliminations to go as well, and I am not messing up turn 1, so yeah, this is not really going very interestingly at the moment then. I remember this race was actually, well, I remember the qualifying for this one was actually quite interesting back in 2009. That was the year that, like, there were like 4 crashes, I think, on just a Saturday. And I think, yeah, Timo Glock actually ended up injuring himself for the rest of the season in that race, well, in that qualifying session. Like, he damaged his leg. I can't really remember what exactly the injury we had was, but he like ended up on the grass, like coming like round the final corner, which isn't really even a corner, and yeah, just ended up in the barriers. And yeah, we got to see Kobayashi make his debut in the Toyota then, and he couldn't actually race here unfortunately because he hadn't taken part in qualifying, but then he raced obviously in Brazil, and sort of everyone saw like what racer he was, because he was like making all these ambitious moves. And then I don't think we really saw anything from him in Abu Dhabi from what I remember, but yeah, it was like a really impressive debut. Well, so yeah, his actual debut in Brazil was really good. And yeah, when you consider like other people that had like jumped into cars mid-season, like Fisichella at Ferrari or Badella at Ferrari, and like Liuzzi at Force India, and a few others like Aldiswari, Grosjean, there were a lot of them that season. I don't know if I touched on that last time, or may have actually said that in the Lost episode, but yeah, when you consider that none of them really did that well, like coming in mid-season, like with no testing the car. And Kobayashi actually did a really good job, because he was like obviously holding up Bassin for a lot of the Brazil race, and obviously Button went on to win the championship at the end of that race. So yeah, it was a really impressive debut from him then, as we're miles ahead. This is going to be a triple star Ray. We only got 1 star when I did this before because I bottled it at turn 1 pretty much every lap. But yeah, no such thing this time then, and that is a shame that that was the case, as we did get the AAA then. It's a shame that I forgot to save the audio for that one. I mean, I can't believe I actually did that. Yeah, we've done our 3 challenges for today then. We'll hopefully finish at level 5 next time, although if these challenges are anything to go by, then we may have to wait up until the episode after that to actually do the special challenge. Let's have a look at what we got then. Overtake as many cars you can at Catalunya. That'll probably only last a lap, I'm guessing. Slipstream at Nürburgring, again, that, well actually that may be like a couple of laps. The gates at Silverstone, well that'll be 1 lap obviously. So yeah, we may have enough time. So yeah, that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry once again that these are obviously all challenges I've already done, but yeah, if you did this one, enjoy this one anyway, then leave a like if you want, and any comments if you want, with any feedback, and you can check the description below to links to my Twitter and Twitch. And other than that, I'll see you next time, so thank you for watching, and goodbye.